Good afternoon, grade 6. It's me, teacher Josiah, ready to take you through creating rhythms. Through what? Creating rhythms. But before we start on creating rhythms, I would like to request you, we do a recap of elements of music, of which rhythm is one of them. And this we did shortly before we closed school. So I hope by now you are able to remind me what are those elements of music in the right order. Could we start? The first element of music, so that by the time we get to the element number 5, we are able now to start creating rhythms. Element number 1, who's going to tell me? Alice, are you watching? Kerubo, Ramsey, Lewis, there we are. What is the element number 1? Please tell your parents as I get along. And so parents, dear parents and guardians, I hope the children have told you that the element number 1 is pitch. My way of doing elements, I want to start in a certain order. Pitch. Number 2. Element number 2, please, who's going to tell me? Number 2, you get it right, melody. What? Melody. That's element number 2. Number 3, someone tell me what is element number 3? I hope you get it right to your guardians. It is harmony. Please, let's do a quick recap. Number 4. Number 4. That should be tempo. Correct. Did you get it right? Tempo. That's element number 4. Then number 5. There are many elements, actually 10 of them. But today I want us to get only up to number 5 because that is where I'm interested to cover our lessons today. And parents and guardians, even as we progress with this lesson, I'll be expecting you to turn on page 79, Visionary Music, grade 6, so that we're able to go together. So very soon I'll be requiring you to be turning to page number 79 so that now we continue with the lesson. Number 5 is rhythm. Quickly, before we talk about rhythm, someone remind me, what did we say pitch is? Tell your guardians, what is pitch? Gideon, what is pitch? Mutiso, Joshua, what is pitch? So we say pitch is highness or lowness of a musical sound. Musical sound. You remember that? We said lastly that pitch is highness or lowness, and you remember we insisted on a musical sound, meaning one sound. Now let's go to melody. What is melody? Someone tell me melody. We say that melody is a group of notes of various pitches. You remember that? It's a group of notes, of various, mark this, various pitches. It's not easy to describe melody until you first do pitch, because pitch is the highness of a musical sound. But melody is a group of notes. It's a group, various pitches. That order you'll be able to understand much better. Now, number 3, kindly allow me to say straight to the point, it's a combination of two or more voice part. 2 or more voice part. That's what we said a harmony is. It's a combination of 2 or more voice parts. You get it right. Number 4, tempo. What is tempo? Guardians, they must have told you that tempo is speed of performing. Speed of performing a piece of song. A piece of song. This speed could be, it could be when you are either singing by your voice or you are playing an instrument. Whichever way, tempo is speed of performing a song. Now, number 5, we said rhythm. Someone tell me number 5, what is rhythm? How many can remember rhythm? We said it's a pattern. It's a pattern of long or short sound. Call them that. Remember, today we are talking about creating rhythm. That's where now I want to head to straight away now. Creating rhythm. So before we do creating, it's good now we have recapped for you. You have caught or you have remember that pitch is highness or lowness of musical sound. Melody is a group of notes of various pitches. Harmonic combination of 2 or more voice parts. Tempo, speed of performing a song. And finally, rhythm, a pattern of long and short sound. Now, this long and short sound are written in 2 forms. They are either written in a not simple 1 or 2 French rhythmic names. For you to be able to create a pattern, to create a rhythmic pattern or to create a rhythm, you must be very well conversant with, you must be conversant with the not simples or the French rhythmic names. There are 2 ways of writing it, either using French rhythmic names or not symbols. Let's come here now. Someone, we are doing a recap. Tell me, what did we say? The longest note symbol we said is semi-breve, which is written almost like an oval shape, not really a circle, but almost an oval. And this has 4 counts. Call them 4 beats. This is how we go about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the longest note in music. It's followed by minim, which is 2 counts. Unless we have a dotted note, but today I want to concentrate with notes that are not dotted. Number 3 is crotchet. Crotchet must be well shaded, you remember? At the note head, you have to shade it. And it is only 1 count. And finally, not really finally, but the other note is almost like a D, which you shade at the note head and you put a tail after the stem. So this is what we are calling quiver, which has a half a count. You remember that? So now we have, before we create rhythm, we must be conversant with the note symbols and the French rhythmic names. These are note symbols for semi-breve. This is note symbol for semi-breve. The note symbol for minim, the symbol, and crotchet, then quiver. Sometimes, due to the nature of pronunciation of a word, and which word? I'm talking about syllable, I'm coming to that shortly. Due to the nature of pronunciation of a word in a song, you might find yourself having to use 2 quivers at the same time, and it will be regarded as a short note too. So you'll call it tate. You call it tate. This is when you join two quavers. I like calling it two half notes. They make it a two quavers. So before you create in rhythm, please understand the size of the notes. The longest one, which is 4 count, is called semibreve, and followed by 2 count is called minim, followed by crotchet 1 count, and quiver, which is half a count. Hope you get it right. Then, this has nothing to do with the order of the size of a note, but when you join 2 notes, pronouncing them together, tate. What is really, how then do you move on to create a rhythm? Please, before you create a rhythm, understand that you create rhythm from the spoken word of a song. For example, if I was singing, Kenya inchi yangu, Kenya inchi yangu, look, the word Kenya, you must first of all break it into syllables. A syllable in music, I hope also it means the same in other things. Syllable in music means the pronounceable part of the word. You cannot fix a note unless you have broken the song word into syllables. So the next thing you have to fix is the syllable. And so Kenya, for example, the word Kenya has how many syllables? We said that before we closed. Kenya has how many syllables? It has 2. Okay? And yeah. So Kenya is going to take a single or a single note, whether it is long or short. Then nya is going to take the other, depending on the way you are going to create your rhythm. Please remember, nobody creates a rhythm like the other. It is so much resting on your creativity the way you want. For example, I'll give you just the song I've done. Now I hope I can rap here. You have gotten it right. This is a recap after all. I want to give you an example. Supposing I'm creating something like Kenya nchi yangu. I want to create a rhythm involving such a sentence. I'll break it into pronounceable words first. So the syllables, we call them. So you're going to say ke, nya, nchi, ya, gu. This is where you are going to fix the note symbol. I prefer writing symbols because they're easier. For example, if I put something like a semibreve here, no, let me put minim. I'm sure you not like this one. But then for learning purposes, this is minim. This is, let's say, crotchet. Let's say this is a quiver. Then this is crotchet. This one, you will not fix, you do something like 2 quavers. Because you can see, yangu is not, I would put it 2 quavers. I'll not really put a long note here because it will not make really sense in this. So this is just an example of how you do a rhythm. Look, this is minim. So minim is how many counts? It is 2 counts. Crotchet is how many count? 1 count. Quiver is half a count. Then crochet again here. We are not trying to break them. This is going to be a full count, 1 count. This is 2 half counts. So this one is going to be tate. This is what I mean. Let's do this note according to the length. Say, ke, nya, G yangu. That's an example of a melody. Ke 1 2. Sindio? 1 2, 1 half, 1 2 half notes. All right. So this is just a way of creating a rhythms. Now, I will not want us to dwell on this as such, but I wanted us to revise what we did. Now, all I want us is to go to page 79. As I told you that will be requiring you to be with me on page 79. They have written about, think about it, page 79. What is a rhythmic pattern? And what makes up a rhythm? This is what they're saying. When beats are arranged in a certain way, they form a rhythmic pattern. Beats may be represented by music notes, as we had earlier seen, or French rhythmic names. I hope you remember that we said it is either simples or French rhythmic names. So some beats might be long, others might be short. For example, we found that crochet has 4 counts. The semi-breve has 4 counts, meaning 2 counts, crochet 1 count, quiver half a count. So how do we create a rhythm? This person is trying to tell us that we only create a rhythm by mixing or patterning, creating pattern of long and short notes. So what is rhythm? A pattern of long or short notes or sound. Note is also sound. So now this is how we create a rhythm. You pattern long and short according to how your creativity leads you to do. So that's what we are saying. For example, a value of a crochet beat is 1 count, while that of a minim is 2 count. So once you pattern them, that's a rhythm. A quick way of doing a rhythm. I think much of this thing will need some practical interaction once you come back to school. We continue on that. Now let's all turn to page 82. We have an exercise there in practice exercise activity 1, that is page 82. They are saying, which note has the French rhythm name ta? That's our 3 counts. Ta. Which note is that? Write the French rhythmic name of a semi-breve. Please tell your parents which note has 3 counts. And also tell them, show them how to write French rhythmic name of semi-breve. And as much as you're doing that, let's try to perform those notes which are following in number 3. Number 3, can you see? Number 3, A. The first note, as you can see, it has 3 counts, followed by 2 half counts, followed by 2 half counts, then 1 count, and 3 counts. You can see them, ta, tate, tate, ta, ta, ta. Can you see that? So how do we perform that? I'm only interested in the note length. This is how I do it myself. Ta, tate, tate, ta, ta. That's a rhythm. Ta, 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 ta. B, I hope you get it right. B, let's go. That one is a semi-breve, which is 4 counts, then 2 half notes, and 1 count, then 2 counts. Can you try to do it? This is how I do it myself. Ta, 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 ta. Ta, 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 ta. Can you get that? That's performing. I'll clap. Let's go to number C. That is, this is 3 counts. And then 1 count, 1 count, 1 count, then half a count, 1 count, and a 3 count. See now? This is how I'll do myself. Ta, 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 ta. Are we there? Last time? Ta, 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 te, ta, te, ta, ta. Those are rhythms. Now let's go. They are saying out of class activity in page number 82. Please, I'm going to request you to perform the way we did before we close school, or sometimes those of us who were able to catch up during the tuition, we also did this. Parents, I would like to request you to have your child perform by clapping number 1. And if he's not able to clap, please report to me or to class, to our head teacher, if they cannot, because it's something they did. They should be able to perform that rhythm, page number 82, number 1. Now, they are also, I'm giving them an assignment. Number 2 requires that they write the rhythms of these notes captured in number 1. Someone in grade 6 and all of us in grade 6 must be able to do number 2. Now, that's all about the first part of creating rhythms. In case you didn't understand, I'm always available. We're also available in school to make it more clearer and better. To finish our today's lessons, something I need to add to what you said is that whenever we are creating rhythms, sometimes we might create rhythm from a sounded note. A sounded note or a silent note. What we mean by sounded note, the notes we have written, all of them, whether they are French or symbol, whatever they are, those are sounded notes. Sometimes we might have a note that is silent, and it must be created as part of rhythm. That part of note that is silent is called a rest. It's called what? A rest. Rest is a silent note. And every sounded note has an equivalent silent note. What are we saying? We are saying even a note like semibreve, which is the longest, or full note, in short, semibreve has a part of it which can be silent in a rhythm. And so that silent part of note is what we are calling a rest. Please allow me to finish today's lesson by introducing you to rest so that I don't go so much and you forget. Rest, we say, is a silent note. Let's pattern them now. Really, let's pair them. Whether it is a symbol or it is French rhythmic, this is for semibreve. This is the sounded part of a note. 1, 2, We are doing a chapter on Western musical instrument, and every child must have a descant recorder. This is one of the performing part of rhythms. If you don't have a descant recorder, it cannot be done. And I never know this year how much they're going to test on real performing. Thank you.